Hi and welcome to my channel at Also Victoria. And I just want to talk today about motivation. Just to let you know a little bit about me, I am actually a part-time reseller on Etsy, Poshmark, Artfire, and eBay. And I had noticed that there's been some folks, because of the stay-at-home quarantine and not being able to get out and source, they've kind of become unmotivated, and it's been a challenge for them. But then on the other hand, which I'll also talk about in a few minutes, is that they've also risen to that challenge and become somewhat motivated again and helped in many, many ways, which is that intrinsic value that I will speak about. Besides being a part-time reseller, I'm also a life coach, and I do have a website where I've been doing some life coaching for a few folks, and that's at victoriarick.com. And I just present on that, and also on my Facebook page, victoriarick.com, I just present some of the psychological concepts that I come across that I found might be interesting. They may be a little bit technical because they come from the Psychological Society of the American Psychological Society. I do have a master's degree in applied psychology, and so that's where all this interest and information comes from, is just working with people over the years and what I have done and do. Besides kind of stepping back from that, although I still do it a little bit. So besides just stepping back from that and getting into the reselling, which I've been doing for many, many years also, all my times through college and everything. So anyway, let me get started, and I am going to talk about motivation and what that is, means, why, and how. Okay, so I'm going to talk about how to motivate yourself and to stay motivated. So a few questions we can ask ourselves is, what motivates us and why do we think as we do? What influences us to do what we do? And for the most part, for most of us, it is not because of money. Also, motivation can mean different things to different people, and you can't buy it. It does come from within. It's the same as muscles need exercise. The brain needs constant motivation. So the people are products of their thoughts, and the object of some of those self-help books and guides or to improve the quality of your thoughts and through encouragement. So motivation is a hidden power within and the key to a successful person. It's not something someone can give you, it's something that does have to come from within. It's an inner energy more than a fire lit by someone else. Although challenges do oftentimes present as a fire, but it's a little bit different, and I will get into that in just a minute. So motivation stems from a belief in what you are doing, and it's strongest when it comes from your inner values. And this creates a feeling of enthusiasm, which is essential in order to remain motivated. There is a strong correlation between motivation and achievement. So if you're highly motivated, you will most likely be a high achiever. So the three main theories of motivation are: 1, the desire for achievement; 2, the desire for power; and 3, the desire for affiliation or a sense of belonging. And I seen that all three were compromised in the reselling community, and some were affected more by this than others. What I was seeing by watching YouTuber resellers is that they were less motivated than normal from this stay-at-home, where they lost their ability to go out and source. Sales had gone down, and the isolation of staying at home. With the sales going down, that affects that achievement process, and the stay-at-home order affected that affiliation with others. But then again, I also seen the same resellers and YouTubers being more motivated because they were being challenged by this stay-at-home order by the lack of sales and the lack of being able to go out and source. And they found very creative ways to overcome a lot of that. There are a lot of live chats on YouTube. There was ways to go out, or not even to go out, but to bring in source materials even from your own home. A lot of these resellers rose up to the challenge. And I think because of this, they were able to get motivated again. So these theories are linked to the concepts of the extrinsic and the intrinsic rewards. The intrinsic rewards come from the outside, the rewards of being recognized, the monetary rewards, the social approval, and a sense of affiliation or the power that you receive from the gratification. And the intrinsic rewards, it is the situation or the task itself that is motivating or compelling. Motivation is also defined in terms of our goals, such as in contributing to society. And I see a lot of resellers and just folks in general contributing by making masks and helping their neighbors however they can, like going out and going to the store for them and bringing home the goods and just using FaceTime just to keep them from being isolated. So it's a great community we live in. Some people have a constant challenge to reach and sustain an optimal level of motivation which overcomes problems and brings results. If there's no challenge in what you're doing, motivation can soon wither and die. So many have rose to the challenge, like I just said previously, in what they are doing at home. Self-knowledge is the key to motivation, knowing why we behave the way we do. So therefore, the image you have of yourself is critical in motivation. This is based on your inner belief of yourself as well as your attitude, views of your strengths and weaknesses. If you believe in yourself and expect success, you will act confidently and be highly motivated. So let me go over a few of the key takeaways that I just presented. Is that define success. We define the success for ourselves. So being aware of our own strengths and weaknesses, and the personal solutions lie within you. To sustain motivation, you must improve on the past. Motivation will come from a challenge, and make a positive from a negative. For an achievement-oriented person, it is important to have a clear goal. So what comes first, motivation or action? Surprisingly, action comes first. You must prime the pump in order to get motivation flowing. So anyway, those are just a few of the ideas around motivation and what it is and what it means to people and what you can do about it. So if you enjoyed this content, for what it was, for the little bit it was, just subscribe and hit the thumbs up. And like I said, not all my content is about a subject matter on psychology or human behavior. It is also mostly on reselling what I sold, my hauls, what I found, usually what I found through my studios. I only have one studio. What I found through my studio, and then some of the items that I made. So I wanted to get also into the creative side of the human being and me, this human being, from items that I have sewed, needle and thread, sewing machine in the past. And my next video will probably be on what I sold in the third week of April. So just be a little bit of shorter video, so it won't be that many items. And also I want to show what I made creatively, my creative side. I do have a site on Etsy. It's called Pandora. It's linked down below, where I make handcrafted jewelry and home decor. And so I want to bring out and show some of the jewelry that I made, and that'll be in another video. If you found any of that interesting, just go ahead and subscribe. If you want to get notifications, hit the bell. And obviously, if it's only one subject matter, not the other subject matter you're interested in, you could pick and choose through from my channel videos on my channel. Okay, well, I thank you and appreciate you coming and watching. Okay, bye.